Hey Road Trippin' fam, we are excited to let you know that Road Trippin' is proud to be presented by FanDuel. Never played NBA Daily Fantasy on FanDuel before? Well, check this out. Right now, FanDuel is offering up to a $500 bonus instantly when you make your first deposit with a 20% deposit match. Why should you play on FanDuel NBA? Well, for one, it is easy to use when it comes to their app. What's not to love about that? But also, for example, they offer different and unique contests across sports in relation to your skill level. Oh yeah, and get this. You can play for big prizes, single game contests for the biggest national matches, and enter contests for as low as 5 cents. That's right. 5 cents. Simply incredible. So again, let's recap. Right now, FanDuel is offering up to a $500 bonus instantly when you make your first deposit with a 20% deposit match. Enter URL fanduel.com/roadtrippin to play now and get your deposit bonus. That's URL fanduel.com/roadtrippin so they know we sent you. FanDuel, more ways to win.
Dude, guys, just want to show you, I bought $100 worth of $10 animal t-shirts.
Okay, so let's start right there. Cheers. Welcome into this edition of Road Trippin' presented by FanDuel. I'm your host, Ellie Clifton, joined by the one and only Channing Frye and Richard Jefferson. And speaking of, for those that are on the audio side, let me just have Channing describe what's on his shirt. What are you wearing today?
It is a majestic sloth clinging onto a broken tree with fluorescent blue butterflies flying around it. And the sloth has a look of bewilderment on him as he just sits on a t-shirt of me.
I actually think that was a very good description.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think you're an idiot.
I think I'm an idiot, so that works.
With that said, we have a really fun episode ahead of us. We're going to be joined by two, not one, but two guests. You will find out who they are, but let's make one thing very clear. They're more creative.
For sure.
More funny, which is hard when it comes to Richard and Channing.
Hit or miss. Hit or miss.
And speaking of these two individuals who are in a race for who has more IG followers, both of these guys, I believe, have.
Hey, bitch. Hey, bitch. Did you see what happened? I'm talking to Channing, not Allie. I'm talking to Channing, not Allie.
Hey, did you just say, hey, B?
Yeah,
Oh
to
my
Channing.
God.
That's what I said. Then I said to Channing, not to Allie.
Oh.
Right? Oh, I said it like 3 times. You didn't hear me. I was like, guess what? Bron just posted my shit. My followers are going up. Fuck you.
You would think being on, TNT Thursdays would help. No.
No.
Did it increase your following, Channing?
No, nothing. But it's all right, though. You know what? I got loyal followers. I'm sticking on my 296,000.
No. We're going to get you up. We're going to get you up. Because No.
We're going to what?
I said we're going to get Channing's followers up because that's just going to keep pushing me. I think it's funny to make fun of you and how terrible your social media game is. And so whatever, I'm just enjoying it. But when I saw Bron repost that, I was like, oh, all of his stans are going to come follow.
So speaking of, because we're waiting on our first guest, let's talk about the week that was for the both of you, because it was pretty epic, if you will. Let's start with Richard, just because you're talking about why LeBron reposted your what? What did he repost of yours?
I think it was just the ESPN. So our producers, a lot of times they'll tell you they're going to do a highlight. They'll do something you hear. For everybody that doesn't understand, I know that guys like Chris Webber, me, Channing, all of these different analysts, Reggie Miller, like everyone, there's one person that everyone loves, and it's Doris Burke, and we get it. Doris is the great. She is the GOAT. We all love her. But all the rest of us, all we do is get shit from all the fans all day long in our Twitter mentions, right? Guys, 1, you don't understand how hard these jobs are, 1. 2, you don't understand that we really don't care what you think, because we could have said something about your favorite team 2 months ago, then you get on a Twitter, oh my God, I'm listening this on mute, I'm turning this off. And you're just like, dude, no one cares, dude. okay, cool. Way to walk into some place and tell people you're turning it off. So
I called a quarter on Tuesday or Wednesday, one quarter with Grant Hill. Grant asked me a question, and I simply answered the question.
That's
right?
not what you do.
They go like this. They go, God damn, Channing, fucking answer the question and shut the hell up. I'm watching the game. I go, he asked me a question. I'm trying to explain what am I supposed to say? Yes. And then just there's awkward silence.
Wait, was the question about said game and like said action, or was it kind of like?
No, it was somebody was like, damn, Channing talks so fucking much. And I'm like, he asked me a question about the game. It's my job.
So fun. It's so funny. It's so funny. People like, will you shut the F up? And you're like, wait, what? No, I can't. I actually cannot stop talking. Right? Like now I understand that there is too much, there's too little, there's trying to find a happy balance. Both of us have been doing this for like what, 18 months, 36 months, 20, like we haven't been doing this very, very long. And especially when there's guys that have been doing this for decades. But it's such a fun job. And for me to see you on that show with Chuck, and then like the very next day, I'm calling the Laker game on ESPN. That shit's fun, man. It's fun. Like, even if you suck at it, it's like, hey, this is really cool.
Listen, I would rather suck on a championship team than be the best, than win an Emmy in like Timbuktu. No offense to people from Timbuktu.
So how was the TNT?
So
Are they really as funny as we all see?
Man, let me tell you this. The conversations like in the locker room area where they sit and watch the game had me sweating. And so I was nervous about me sweating before I was on TV. And so they're in there and they just literally, it is nonstop for like 6 hours, unless one of them takes a nap or one of them is, they are going back and forth. And like, when you sit back there and listen to them and their like state of mind, and, like I grew up watching Shaq, like Charles Barkley, I'm from Phoenix. So fucking Charles Barkley is like, Phoenix Jesus out there, like a drinking Jesus and a, gambling Jesus. But like their attitude towards basketball, when you sit and just talk to them, you're like, oh, I get it. Like when Shaq goes, yeah, Bill Russell, Kareem, and Will all were giving me advice when I was a young player, you go, holy shit. Like, it's not like I had, no offense, Malik Rose and, even Grant Hill and Steve Nash. He's talking about a lineage of centers that are unprecedented. Bill Russell, like unprecedented. So like his approach to basketball is a little different than everyone else's. So when somebody gets 20 and 10, he goes, I could have given him 50. And you can't argue with him when he says that. But I go, Shaq, it's hard to score when you're not a most dominant player in the history of basketball. Like it was hard for me to shoot. And I was just standing there. And I'm 7. So like, but it's fun because they are just like, they don't give a fuck.
That's the one thing, I think that's the one thing we all love about it. As much as like, they're there to talk hoops, they're more so there to probably entertain. And they do it every single week. But before we get more into yours.
Part, nobody wants to hear that. No one wants to be like, well, guys, he did a back screen with a back cut. And he's like, hey, he sucks.
Right. Well, before we continue that conversation, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Kudos to the both of you, because as we know in this business, when you're being talked about, whether it's good or bad, it's always good. So nice job, both of you. But I think it's time now to welcome our first guest.
I was crying myself.
Oh.
We're gonna welcome in our first guest. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
Here he comes.
A man that needs no introduction.
Pride and joy.
Yeah.
There he is.
Of Sacramento, California.
He is the meme god, or as we will all quickly learn, a man of many, many talents. You see that UCLA?
Oh, that should look crusty.
Flag in the back.
Damn.
Josiah, here.
It's from '95. It's my older brother, so it is definitely crusty. It's been through some things.
that washed it up.
No, that's when they had all them light skinned boys at UCLA, all the Toby Bailey, you know, Chris. That's when they had all them light-skinned boys flowing, that all the O'Bannons.
Yeah,
It was light-skinned UCLA back then.
It was a good time. I was actually a ball boy on that squad, so we had a ton of fun.
Oh, okay. Dude, go ahead, Allie.
Well, I just want to start with we're going to get into everything about Josiah. I think we're really super excited. The guys have not stopped talking about it all week long when we knew that you were coming on with us. But can we first, for those who may not know who your father is, can we do right by your pops?
Okay.
He celebrated something this week, right?
Yeah, it was his birthday on Monday, and every year.
Who is he?
Marcus Johnson. So he played at UCLA. First Wooden Award winner, 77, 5-time All-Star, played with the Bucks and the Clippers, ended up his career with the Warriors for a brief stint. But yeah, it was his birthday on Monday, and every year for his birthday, we celebrate with a birthday dunk to see if he still has it. So he's been doing it since he's 55. He turned 65 this year, still got it off. So he had the Zoom freaks on to really Giannis lace him with a pair. So he rocked his old his last All-Star jersey, which he hadn't put on for like 35 years.
Wow. By Gobert.
Oh man. So I had no idea that your dad was Raymond. So Channing's been putting your your tweets on our group chain with like all of our boys, all of our teammates. Former teammate, excuse me now. But so he's been putting it on for years. And so when we're like, yo, we got to get Josiah on the pod, we got to hang out, crack some jokes, and start doing the research. Allie sends over. I was like, wait, no idea. Like, you grew up around basketball. That's why you understand it. That's why you're so funny. See, people always think that, like, no, if you're around the game and you understand the culture of the game, you understand what's funny. And that's what makes people laugh. Do you feel like your experience helps with that?
I mean, when you're in locker rooms, you guys know it's either clown or be clowned. Like, you know, everybody's going at each other. It could be fit, a haircut, you know, whatever it may, you know, a jumper style, whatever it may be, you know, you're going to be clowned. And if you can't keep up, then obviously it's going to really, you know, you're going to have some hurt feelings. So being at UCLA, being with some of the guys in that squad, Matt Barnes, for example, like if you know, every day Matt was coming with something, so you had to be ready, prepared. And you didn't want to be the one that, you know, was the butt of the joke and have everybody clowning. You also played with Capono. Capono, another one of the funniest dudes of all time. You know, just honestly one of the most hilarious human beings ever. So when you're around these guys, you know, they're going to come at you. And if you can't compete, then, you know, you're going to get got. So I had to always just kind of hold my own and be able, that's what I could contribute to the team. I wasn't playing that much, but I always had the jokes, could always keep the mood light. And no matter where we were, it just, you know, it was always comedy hour.
I feel like it sounds like a lot of like Richard and Channing when you guys came together on the Cavs. Like that was the story about Richard and Channing. They kept the locker room light.
Well, it's supposed to be fun, man.
Jump coming in the room. When you got Deli with the brown shoes, when you got Braun wearing $1 million jewelry, you got to roast it all.
But you got to roast, and what you don't understand, and this is, look, say whatever. Like, I know our boy's been in the news for a lot of crazy. Kyrie's funny as hell. Like when Kyrie's actually
that fool had a walking stick.
No, Kyrie is
hotel to the bus. Today the night is hitting you that bad. You got to have the
and that's what's so funny is that, like, especially with me and Channing, like I was kind of doing it, but I would whisper stuff because like I would say it and I was like, dude, I can't be the only one. It's when you get 2 or 3 guys in a locker room, they're like, you know, when you walk in, like you already know, like when you're getting dressed, like you actually start to like mentally prepare yourself for the shit, or you mentally prepare yourself like, okay, what are these dudes going to say right now? So yeah, that actually prevents me and Chatty actually prevented a lot of bullshittery just because they knew that, I don't even feel like hearing those two. So I'm not going to do this.
Yeah, you got 2 options, right? And Richard said it. You either go, man, you know I don't give a shit, or you go, I know you ain't talking because yesterday you wore the rusty-ass shoes, your toes is crinkly, you smell like shit, your hoop game is trash, right? That's you gotta be ready. You gotta have no
dog. Hey Channing, do you remember when D Wade had his painted toenails?
Oh.
And I know we put him on blast, man. We put our guy on blast. But he was like, listen, man, my toes is beat up. So if they're going to be dark and black, they might as well be painted and be pretty. And I was like, I can't argue with that, you know.
Okay.
Because if you didn't do that, we'd be cracking jokes about your toes, right? So it's like at least you do that, and at least they got a nice gloss to them. So I couldn't even hate.
So let's get to the guy who's really good at cracking jokes, or at least
I'm right here, Allie.
everything. No, I need you to take a step to the side, not back, to the side for a second. Josiah, by the way, you aren't the first one in your family to come on Road Trippin. I don't know if you know this, but when we started our podcast, we actually brought it out here to the Fox seminar for the NBA league meetings, and your dad was on the panel, and we did a Road Trippin episode.
Okay.
So how about this? It's
It's a very little father-son actually. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the first father-son duo on the pod?
Fact, 100%.
You guys together. With that said, though, can we just get to it? Because I first learned about you and started following you because Channing, who I think is hilarious, when you make someone who is also hilarious laugh until they cry, I'm like, okay, something's going on here. So I'm just going to start with, when it comes to you putting out a meme, your quickness, the wit, like how long does that take you?
Well, I have a Hooper's mentality every time I step to the plate. I know I'm competing against ESPN social team. I know I'm going against Bleacher Report social team, Sports Illustrated social team. So really when I'm out there, it's like, yo, I got to get this heat out. And I know their process, and I know the amount of time it takes them to get approved. They got to get it to the mediocre boss who's got to sign off. Then the big boss got to sign off. Oh, what's the caption going to be? Should we add an emoji? What should we do? So while they're doing that, I've already fired 3-4 things off. So my mind is just like a fully loaded clip. I'm thankful. I grew up in LA. My dad put me in private school, so I had a lot of great opportunities. Spent a lot of time on TV and movie sets and just consuming pop culture. We had, when we were young, this in the 80s, we had the satellite dish, this big old dish that got pretty much every channel in the world. So we would just watch TV. We would watch the East Coast feed of shows, and we would know everything that happened. And we would trick our LA friends and, pretend like we're watching it live with them and be like, all right here, he's about to drop some water. And it's like, oh, how you do that? But so I just have, I'm a little bit older. I'm 38. I just got the clip fully loaded with everything from my generation. Like I like to tell people, I don't really put up SpongeBob memes because I didn't really watch SpongeBob. I get it. I'll try and laugh sometimes, but that's just not my lane. My lane is older school stuff and taking those movies, a lot of them were serious, and kind of turning them into satire. And whenever things happen, I just see it as a movie clip. So whenever something's going on, I'm like, oh, that reminds me of the scene from Friday, or that reminds me of the scene from Boys in the Hood or Higher Learning or whatever it may be. And now it's just like, all right, let me get it out, make sure that everything's spelled right, and just shoot that thing and see what happens.
Screw the spelling. Some days I'm like, fuck the spelling. Like
fuck the spelling. The cat, like you're like, fuck it, it's already out there. Keep it pushing. They got the joke. They don't care. They don't care about the typo. Yeah. I'll say this. So, like me and Channing, I basically started a social media beef between me and Channing about who could have more followers, right? Like, so I started this beef. I'm an idiot, but whatever. And so, but Channing has a different lane. Like my lane, like I just post like little quick, like crack jokes videos, especially now that I'm doing it more often. Dog, do your fingers start twitching when you're trying to get that shit out fast, dog? You're just like, I know what it is. I know you're trying to edit it. You're trying to get it out there. Or do you have like stuff stocked and loaded, and then when something happens, you like kind of go through it and just like, oh, this is it, and I'm going to say this about that?
I mean, usually it'll pop in my mind, whatever it is. The hard part becomes finding the actual clip. Sometimes the stuff I know I've used before, so I can remember keywords and buzzwords or whatever. Yeah. If I tweeted it was something else, but just repurposing those videos and stuff. But yeah, man, I try to just, sometimes I'll see something, be like, oh, it reminds me of a scene from The Wire. So I'll grab it, kind of tweak it the way I need to tweak it to make it sound right. And when I know I have a hitter, I'm always kind of shaking because I know, like I said, I just don't want to mess it up. Or because when you get some, and it's typos are fine, but you get some wrong in the tweet or whatever. Or, I'll be so excited sometimes I might put the wrong team or whatever just because I'm so, like, in the moment. Yeah. And then it's like, no, you meant whatever. And it's like, so I just try to have those things ready to go. And then, I keep a library of stuff. Anytime I see something funny, like I might see a clip, be like, that'll be a great LeBron clip down the road. I can kind of see things happening 2, 3, 4 weeks ahead. Like I'll have some great stuff tonight for, the Steph KD games, things like that. But I'll just always be ready to go with the clip no matter what.
Dude. I think what makes you funny is that you say shit that I wish I could. Because I'd be like, ooh, that's why I retweet so much of your stuff, because I'd be like, I don't want to get fired, but you can say it. And so like on Handles, on my show on NBA TV, we have a team of people watching all the games, and I have 2 people on a computer, and I'm like, okay, clip this, and then you find me something from the 80s Like I remember one clip, it was like the Rockets had just got up, I think 63s in a game, but they only made like 19.
Yeah.
And so I had them, in Predator 1, where he was shooting in the woods and they were just shooting and didn't hit shit. But like,
but that's it. That's a meme. That's how I'll see shit. Like, this reminds me of the scene from Harlem Nights when he's shooting that little shit at Eddie Murphy and Arsenio smacks him on the top of it.
That little ass gun. Yo, dude, but
Allie's never seen it.
Allie's never seen any movie, any pop culture. Don't ask. It'll bother you. She's never seen Indiana Jones. She's never seen anything. We're going to have a segment one day about that. I'll say this. She never seen Yeah.
The first one or all three?
Okay. No, but that's why I think we all, and this, when I say this, is like, I know that you have a following. I know that you understand that a lot of guys, but we just can't say the stuff, but we can like laugh at it. We can repost it, whatever. I had this one that I wanted, and I sent it to a couple of people. So, the scene from Airplane where they're playing basketball on Airplane. And I wanted to say so bad, not that I was going to say it so I can tell you guys a joke, but I was like, hey, this is Steve Nash taking credit for all the net success, right? And I was like, that's fucking hilarious, but I like my job, and I love Steve Nash, and it's just a joke. It's not the fans that they would think the joke was funny. It's just all the other bullshit that comes with it. If somebody takes it the wrong way, this is inappropriate, this is it. So we got to stay in a lane. But that's the lane that you guys fill. Like you, Josiah, you fill the lane of the shit that all the real hoopers want to say.
Probably becomes like you guys are saying, as you build the following, you start knowing these dudes, and now it's like, damn, like, can I get this Trae Young joke? I know Trae Young's pop. We're homies. Can I get this Trae Young joke off? Me and Omar Wilkes, our dads played together, so I know his age. I know his pop's like, shit, I got to craft it in a way where I can't be offensive. But I've definitely had guys kind of come at me like, yo, what the fuck did this mean? Like when Nash first came, I put up a KD and Kyrie joke, I think from New Jack City, when they dropped him over the bridge, opening scene. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, this is KD and Kyrie after Nash's first loss. And KD's like, come on, dog, like.
So, okay,
that's so funny.
No, is that dope that KD just like randomly hits you up, or like random people would be like, come on, man?
I mean, it's crazy to me because these dudes have a great sense of humor. They just know, and that's a line I try not to cross as a former Hooper, to always have respect for these dudes and always be on their side. So they know it's just jokes, and they'll joke with me too. So I'll definitely, and that's the whole thing. If you're gonna give it, you got to take it. So if you're gonna clown, you got to be willing to be clowned. And I think all of us as Hoopers with that mentality, like we're used to getting clowned by coaches, players, media, whoever it may be. So we can just take it in stride and keep moving.
Okay, so 2 questions.
Yeah.
Do you have a meme, a post that you did that someone liked and you were like, oh, wow, like that's big time?
Yeah, so the whole thing that set this off for me and really kind of created this whole culture now and shift that you're seeing in a lot of social teams with this stuff is Antonio Brown, which I'm not, I'm an NFL guy, worked for NFL Network for a number of years. I know hoops and basketball, but put out a get out meme when he signed with the Patriots of the scene at the joint where he sees Lakeith, and Lakeith's in the sunken place, and he's kind of like trying to dap him in as a handshake. So Josh Gordon was on the team at that point. It was kind of the Patriot way thing. So I put that up. Jordan Peele ended up quote tweeting it and said, "You win, Josiah." Ended up following me. We ended up, hollering at each other on DMs. But I always joke that if I told my agents and my manager, because I'm in the entertainment side, I do a lot of writing and stuff, I'm like, yo, give me a meeting with Jordan Peele. They'll laugh in my fucking face. Like, okay, sure. Yeah, okay, right. Where you want right now? Sure. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Doing that, I'm just like, Jordan Peele's hitting me like, yo, shit's hilarious. And it's to see that type of stuff and just to see the shift and these guys understanding digital, understanding meme culture, and even guys like Elon Musk, saying that memes are the future. And it's like, this is the real game. We're kind of like, the sports journalists of old on PTI and Around the Horn and shit. Now it's all the social media people. And if you're not good on social, as you guys know, if you're not robust and with it on social, you can't really sustain and survive in this game.
This is what I'm trying to say. Like, so I didn't start social media till I ended. And so now it's like, I've been going like hard. I've been doing way too much. It's almost fucking annoying to tell you the truth. But it was just like, and let me say going hard. I just being more consistent, trying to post every day, trying to put up some important piece of content. Because if you could be funny on that shit, like you build it, people will follow you forever. Well, right? Like that shit. Go ahead.
Dude, people don't see your stuff every single day though. So like you posting every single day doesn't mean that everybody sees your stuff every single day. So like you do that. So like if somebody comes online that one day, they go, oh shit, Richard's funny. I'll follow him. But they may not get on for another 3 or 4 days. And so it's consistency. And so that's what I struggle with, just because my team of people who make funny memes are kind of busy right now. But I'm going to be back. Right? So
okay.
Like my guy Brian at Harbor, like I'll be like, hey, let's get that scene from other guys where he said, let me be a peacock, and then or like Step Brothers, where he's making him lick the piece of shit on the ground. I'm like, hey, put somebody's face on that, right? But that's like how I think. They're like, Channing, I have a real job. It's a pandemic. I don't have time for this. I go, I have a job and I need you. I'll give you a bottle of water.
That's a real job. You're running these numbers up. That's what it's funny to me to see. It used to be this condescending tone towards people who worked in social, like, oh, anybody can create a Twitter and put some shit up. Now these brands are trying to do it. All their shit is, for the most part, ass. You can always tell when it's some branded content. I'm just telling you, like, I mean, like, I watch everything. I'm on social all day. The same way y'all watch hoops, I break down shit and look at numbers and look at analytics. And I'll just see, like, oh, here they go again trying to put some bullshit up that nobody's going to give a fuck about, that they just wasted 300-400 racks on a marketing company and this and that, whatever. Just come to the source. I'll get you the numbers. That's why I always like to tell these people, like, just come, tell me what you need, how many views you need. I can get it for you in a way that's actually going to be relatable to the brand. You know what I mean? Who are you trying to target? These are the people that fuck with me because I do things a certain way. So
yeah.
And I started learning about the culture of the social game, because that's a culture in itself. It's like I saw ESPN, like, shout out my guy Omar, but it's like ESPN House of Highlights, all like, so he started House of Highlights. Omar, I'm Omar, if I butcher this, started House of Highlights, had 14, 15 million. ESPN brings him on to run the Sports Center ESPN team. He keeps House of Highlights, like that's still like his thing, but now he runs the ESPN social. So they're just constantly, it's a team of people just constantly putting out. That's why you're not seeing sports. I'm gonna say not seeing. You're seeing like people do random golf highlights. You're seeing people do random ultimate frisbee. They're literally just constantly trying to pull content and push it out, dude. And that is a full-time job. Like that shit's intense. But then you learn shit like you got to tag who you got the video from. You got to DM and ask if you have permission. There's like so many different steps that you got to go through, especially when you're in that space, to make sure that you can do it. And to your point, you get to just skip through all that shit and just play, I got this.
I mean, the game is so funny how it shifted now. Shout out to Omar, it's one of the homies, to see his rise and move and the glow up over at ESPN. And now, like I said, it's like the Matrix now. We know all these different people. Grant Goldberg over at ESPN Sports Center. Like I know, Grant from 2 jobs ago, just when he was at BR and when he was messing with SB Nation, like, these guys and the guys who've kind of risen to the top. My whole crew with the league, just a bunch of young, talented black men that are working at a bunch of different spots. But we all, we know these dudes now. So the game is like, there's a lot of dirty macking that goes on. And that's the thing that it's been going on for a long time and people never really called it out. But you'll see, like, you'll see the regular person who posted the tweet and how that got lifted and a word or two got changed. And now that's somebody else's tweet, but it's the exact same shit as before.
It's on fucking Bleacher Report. It's on ESPN. It's on, whatever it is. And then and so they got to give credit. They got to give credit where credit is due. And they got to make sure that they're, doing that. And that goes across, and that's what I learned. That was going on across all platforms. And I started, I was like, okay, so make sure that if I'm stealing memes, that I acknowledge who I'm stealing said meme from.
But a lot of people still don't do that shit. Like, I know for a fact when I put a viral meme up, there's going to be 30 to 40 Instagram accounts that are blatantly just going to jack the shit. Like, it's gone. Like, it's their meme now. You know what I I mean? Who did this? Whatever. It's like, the motherfucker you stole it from. Like, who the fuck you think did it?
Motherfucker, you follow me. You
see that?
You see the watermark. Don't
who
like,
did it?
It's funny. It's like, it's like unknown. It's like, you know who it was. It was me.
You follow me.
Like, you've been followed. This is like the 19th time you've done this. I literally have a list of every time this happens. But, and for me, it's like, look, the game is the game. That's just a part of the culture. I like to see all these kind of young kids that are now understanding the value in it. They're putting out great and hot shit and taking it to whole new levels. Like, I like to keep my shit simple because I'm old and I don't have channel. I don't got the team you got. I'm really just a one-man band with a wife and 2 kids. So it's like, if I got to get a meme out.
Josiah, we trying. Listen, look, we trying. I know my people reached out to you.
Hey, we're gonna get that going. That's definitely gonna crack.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna be working together soon. Don't worry about it.
Not only does Josiah.
Oh wait, what's going on here?
Don't worry about it. Business, dog. Listen, grab a sip. Listen, meme lords.
Okay, well, this actually makes the next part of this.
Allie, sorry, can I interrupt you?
Please.
Is that a Candyman hook behind you in a box? Josiah.
Oh, that's a Small Stars LeBron James.
Oh, why is it looking like a hook from all the way over here?
Oh, and then I got a janky hoop that I bought for my son, but I got it on I think Amazon. I thought it was gonna be better than it was, but now it's like, you gotta add some scenery in the back. Got the levels.
Dude, that's not that janky, man. My little boys would love that. They're running around and they're alone. This worries me.
Also, Jake Gray would get mad if I did not give him a shout out for you. He told me
the legend.
What a man.
Jake Chosen. I see what y'all doing out there with Chosen. I had to coach Jake into sending me a bottle. He was trying to tax me. I'm like, Jake, I'm an influencer now. If you send it to me, and I post it, there's gonna be a bunch of black people that are gonna want to buy this delicious wine. This is how this works.
Isn't that the influencer life? The influencer life is good, man. It's good.
Wild. There are levels. When you have, like, for instance, I have wine. Let's say I have 100 bottles of wine to give away, right? Purely marketing. I look at 30 for athletes, 30 for wine people, 10 for influencers because of their reach, and they reach a demographic that no athlete or no, wine person can reach, that they will become loyal and follow you, especially because we're an e-commerce brand, which is most companies don't even think about it like that. Right? And so trust me, you're gonna get you a little package. You're gonna get you a little sip.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, really quick. Because we got to take a break, and I don't want to be done with you, Josiah, without touching on a few other things. Because as we mentioned at the top, yes, we love talking about memes with you. You are the meme god, but you are a man of many, many talents, which again, as I was about to say with Channing, as you mentioned, you're a one-man band. So to also know that not only are you on top of your game when it comes to the things that attract so many with the memes, you started a new digital series on Twitter with Wave TV, I believe, Out of Pocket.
Yep, it's
on. To touch on that.
Yeah, so launched this thing with Wave, and it's running on Bucket's account. Wave is obviously just an up and coming social media brand. They run a lot of successful accounts across a bunch of different sports, but just getting the opportunity to work with them, launch this thing, and keep the jokes, keep it light. Me and my buddy Zach Schwartz, we had a show together with Jethro Jenkins on Yahoo Sports called Dunk Bait last season, and then this opportunity came up. So me and Zach kind of jumped at it. Definitely missing Jethro, but he's a legend now. He's fucking with Dragonfly, and they're taking over the world. So excited to see that. But yeah, man, just love talking hoops, memes, kind of same thing with Channing. I don't want to step on the handles, and I ain't trying to infringe on your shit, but just.
Oh yeah, then you can come fuck with me. Like, listen, I'm working on my memes. I'm getting my reels. I'm working. No. I'm gonna start hitting you. I need some tips on how to get my reels game right.
Josiah, you're gonna need security in a hot minute.
Different.
Yeah.
We're spending. I can sew with everybody. All I take is bags. I'm a mercenary. Everybody who needs help, I come through, help out. Just give me a bag.
Oh, Josiah.
Add another one.
For you, RJ, I got you. For Legends, I got y'all. Channing, I got you. Allie, I got you.
I got y'all.
But when the squares come through, the squares want free game.
Because this is what we say. It's like, now it's cross-branding. We're cross-branding now.
Genius. Okay. And then here's the next one, which I really want to know about. It's with Netflix. It's Colin in Black and White with Colin Kaepernick. You were a writer and producer. What can you share with us about that?
Not too much. Obviously, Ava DuVernay is EP on the project, and if she happens to see this and I say something I shouldn't have, then that might be game over for my career. So
forever. That'll be the end.
What I can say is I got to work with Ava and Michael Starberry, who worked together on When They See Us and got nominated for an Emmy for that. So this project and just being able to be around Colin and see everything he's going on in his life, and we're basically talking about his high school life and kind of how that shaped him to become the man who he is. So getting to talk to Colin while all this stuff was going down with the NFL and just being around him and seeing what kind of man he is and, how much he sacrificed to help advance the movement, how all this shit, from 2016, I remember being at Comedy Central's Emmy party when Colin had first kneeled. I kneeled at the Emmy party in a Colin jersey, just so I want to show him I was down for the cause. But over the past 5 years, how all this shit has come to fruition and come back. And now, we're seeing everything that he was talking about then really kind of just all in our faces. So super excited about the project. Obviously, anytime you get to work with Ava, just, you know, how amazing she is, and just to be around her energy. She walks into a room and, you know, you just perk up. It's like, oh shit, this is like, you know, she's a real person. Like, she's just this humongous figure to me. And being able to work with Michael Starberry, who's my boy, we did Legends of Chamberlain Heights together on Comedy Central back in 2016, 2017. So reuniting on this project, and it's going to be special. I think, you know, people really, really going to rock with it.
Josiah, it sounds like our crew is going to rock with you forever. We always do, but now that you know it, you're incredible. This was so much fun. We loved having you.
Yes.
Feel free to throw your favorite meme of road tripping in this experience.
I'm gonna definitely be rolling with you, kind of more engaged. I might shoot you. I might hear you send you some magic memes. Really,
yeah, just like here. Just,
we'll be back.
Just shoot yourself.
We'll be back on the flip side. And we're back to Road Trip, and I'm Allie Clifton, Channing Frye, Richard Jefferson, presented by FanDuel. And joining us now, it is everyone's favorite YouTube sensation and creator of all things. Mark Phillips joins us.
What's up?
Appreciate y'all. I'm happy to be here.
Early beef. I remember 2016, we lost a couple of games. You made that fucking video, and I was crying.
Wait a second, what?
Remember that video about LeBron and his teammates? He was like, "That's why y'all ass gonna get out of here."
all you. Yeah, dog. Oh, and that's what. But it's funny because I know you know that we, and I mean like all the NBA guys, everybody has seen it. We just can't promote it. We can't retweet it. We can't. But that shit, you understand? Y'all work so fast that on the bus, I swear to you, it'll be like on the bus ride home or that night, we will just be in the text chain, just sharing the videos, crying. Yeah, especially when you're winning, especially when you win.
Hey,
when you lose, you always
like this behind the seat.
You're like, hey, Channing, do you see what he said about Bron and about K Love and about Tristan? Do you see that one?
Wait, you guys would say about Mark?
You said what?
You guys would say this on the back of the bus about Mark.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I never do that. Look, wait. So how would somebody feel if I was like really going in on one person?
It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
Because it's not wrong.
JR, how you go over A, JR? You just get wide open shit. Dog, that shit. And then like he'd even be laughing. We all laugh.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, JR seemed like he'd be laughing at that, but hey, a few people, you understand.
They're just a sensitive person. But for the most part, if you lose and you do something stupid and somebody makes something funny like what you do, you're like, shit, this is funny. Okay.
Yeah. I feel hey, the one who played like every light skinned person right here, he played you, Richard Jefferson, in the first one. He played this.
Oh, let me take a look real quick.
Hey, y'all really look alike though. Y'all.
For those on the wow, Richard. For those on the audio side, I encourage you to go over to YouTube because this is so funny. Mark has his whole crew with him at his house right now as he's recording. So as he just showed, obviously the character that.
This is all of our house. We all live here. We all live.
But that's how y'all work so fast. That makes sense. It's like these motherfuckers. They live next door to each other. Don't have that many black people. That many black people don't live in that suburb. There's no way. There's not that many black people live in multiple houses in that fucking cul-de-sac.
Hey, no, actually, at the time when we was making the first one in 2016, we all lived in apartments, and we just all happened to live in the same apartment, like complex. Like it was 3 of us in there, and then the other 3 lived across the street. So they just come over there.
So that shit did start in 2016. That's what I was saying. It's like, dog, when y'all first started, again, because me and Channing are old, so like we don't even know YouTube. So when y'all blew up, well, shut the fuck up. So when we in 2016, during our run, that's when we were starting to see these videos and they were going viral. I didn't know if you had been doing this for 10 years, 5 years. I didn't know. All I know is I just started seeing you come across my feed all the time, and I'm telling you, things would not like the text chain would go viral even on the losses. Right, even on the losses, just like, but we would just take one person off, whoever you really obliterated, whoever you really obliterated.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because
it's not.
You're getting barbecued in the game.
think
the world is barbecuing, and then they make a funny joke about the barbecue. Ain't good.
Yeah, no.
JR, we've had to take off the chain before. I think Kevin Love.
Yeah, no, both of them. Kevin Love is right here. Actually, he played.
Where's Kevin Love? Let me see.
Right
My head.
He said my head. Hey, no, but yeah, we like I feel like the biggest points, like a lot of people would laugh at, like when I would get on Kyrie, Kevin Love, and JR. Sometimes Richard Jefferson, just because you had this funny part after like LeBron became the coach, and then Richard Jefferson was like, "Well, I mean, I put up 10 points," and then LeBron was like, "Shut your ass up!" It was like a lot of people like that part. Like it was really crazy. But
so a lot of people liked it when you were just fucking. Okay, cool. That's good to know.
What? Your internet is shouting, motherfucker.
You said what?
My bad.
Oh. Go ahead.
Go.
I didn't even know you were talking.
No, my internet is shit. That's what I was saying.
Oh. I was saying what's wild is Richard led the benches in scoring, and so that's why it's funny to us that even though Richard got 10 points when Kyrie and Bron scored 82 between them. What the fuck? So his 10 points was a lot.
It is though.
2, 4, and then for Bron to be like, "Man, shut the fuck up."
Yeah. That's why we gave Richard Jefferson such a good part right there, like to be like, oh wait, he should be able to say something because he coming off the bench with that many points. So then he's still saying like he did something like amazing. So I feel like it's a weird telling that to you because.
No, Mark. This is the thing. I'm gonna be really honest. Like I'm gonna be really like even the old man. Like I had a little bit of an ego. If I didn't make the video, I would have been disappointed. I would rather you kill me in the video than for me to not be relevant enough in the situation to not make the video.
I really respect that. But anybody who watches this and it's an NBA player and we do your team and you don't make the video, it does not mean you're not relevant. It means that sometimes we don't have a person that looks similar to that person.
Motherfucker, you would show Kevin Love one more time. Show Kevin Love one more time.
No.
Hey, he half white though, so we can use him.
It's like Cobra from Minnesota.
No, he is not half. If he gets pulled over by the cops, he is not half white. She is not half white, so that is not.
No.
That's true, and I played Bill Belichick before. I don't know, so yeah, you're right. I don't know. Really, I'm gonna go say.
Wait, can you? We had so many people when we put out on social media yesterday that we were recording with you. We had so many people send in questions, and a lot of them did surround the creative process of it all. So it's like we're sitting here having a blast talking about all the ones that you have created and done. How long does that take you guys? Like before you put one out, has it been days? Has it been hours? Just quick? Like how long does it take to perfect?
It really depends on which video it is. It's not like if it's the NBA videos, they just take like really I come up with the concept really quickly for the NBA videos. So like if I have a really good beginning, then I'll like go with the video like right away. So because I feel like the beginning is the most important part of a video. So like let's say if it's like I know the most recent one we did was what was it? LeBron
Harden trade.
Yeah, the Harden trade.
Oh, the Harden trade.
Like when that came up, we were in the middle of filming another video, and then I was like, dang, a lot of people want us because it came to the point where it's like, oh, a lot of people want us to make those videos because the other ones would go so viral. So it's like once something happens in the NBA, everybody's just like, they tag all of us consistently and be like, make a video. And we're really good at improvising and just what's the other word? It's not improvising, but
impersonate.
Yeah.
No. Like when you just like go on stage and make somebody laugh.
Improvisation.
Ain't that the same thing?
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
It is. No. So the problem, Mark, is you were looking for a word that you were actually using, not improv. What's the word?
Motherfucker. You know what? And now I feel stupid. I feel really stupid. But yes, improv is the word I was looking for, and I used it, and I still feel like I didn't say the right word. But yeah,
he tried to make himself sound really smart. Improvisation.
You put a zation on it.
Hey, bro, he T.I., bro. You know how T.I. be saying big words for no reason? That's what he tried. He said improvisation? That doesn't really make no sense.
Improvisation?
Improvisational? Ooh. Elegant.
But no, so we all good at improv, and then I write the videos. So I'll write the video and be like, all right, this is what we're gonna follow. And then like they'll come up with like Leland when he's JR and like I'm yelling at him, he probably, just come up with something really quick to just say back like, well, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. It just depends like if like we got something written at that part or if we should just say it off the top of our head. That's the creative process for the NBA videos because we don't have much time to drop them. So to me, I feel like if we don't drop them that night or in the morning, then I don't really care to drop it no more. So that's why we got to work that fast.
Yeah. You don't want to miss. If you hit that moment right, it's a couple hours of whatever. It goes nuts.
Exactly.
The James Harden one, I sent to a text chain with everybody, like my old teammates. I watched that easily 50 times. Easily. The
I
best part was at the end where you were like, where you think y'all going? Another practice, 2 hours.
Mark, do you guys know that you're going to get this kind of feedback? Like, did you know that you have these athletes that you're actually impersonating, like watching your videos on loop? Like,
no, not at all. Not at all. Like nobody tells us that. Nobody reaches out and lets us know that. Like some people, like I know the first person who ever told me anything was Damian Lillard. He was like, he told me, he was like, oh yeah, no, everybody watches your videos, bro. Like they
everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Like so, I had heard when he told me that I was at like a 2K event like 2 years ago, but I didn't necessarily like I believed it, but like everybody, some people be exaggerating sometimes. So I believed it.
Nah, there's no exaggeration.
No.
Were you guys all kind of doing like little things on social media where you guys like who has a digital background, or did you guys just say, fuck it, we're gonna start this? And when was the moment that you knew that this was going to be like you and your boys' thing?
Yeah, I mean, I say this story like 9 times a week, I feel like. But it's
make it 10.
So at the beginning, like me and the one you don't really see on camera much, he's always doing the behind end, like the edits and the camera work, and pretty much the only person I trust is the camera. That's why he don't really be on camera a lot. But me and him, Affion Harris right here, he coming over here. So he plays Shumper in one video. I don't know if
he's rocking a cardigan in the middle of the day. Okay.
Hey, it's like 40 degrees over here, man.
No, it's not 40. It's 20.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Where's going at? Atlanta?
No. We're in Texas. That's what's the real wild part. Texas never gets this cold.
We're in Texas.
Yeah, we're in Austin right now.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know why it's this cold, but it's a cold front. Like, tomorrow's going to be 0. I've never even seen that before.
Wow.
I live in Oregon. It's snowing. It hasn't snowed here in 5 years.
In Oregon? I thought Oregon would be snowing. It was snowing.
Rain. Lots of rain.
Back to your team of people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we started me and Af at the beginning. So like we were trying to make like a manga. It's something for anime. I don't know if you guys are really familiar with anime. We make a lot of anime. Yeah. So we tried to make a manga. And you said what?
What's your favorite one?
Oh, what's my favorite one? One Piece and Naruto.
One Piece is fire. You don't like One Punch Man?
One Punch Man, yeah, we like a lot of anime, but it's not the favorite, like the top favorite. But it's
Naruto
a really
by far is the favorite. Naruto by far.
Yeah, Naruto, One Piece.
If you miss a season, you're fucked. Right?
No. One Piece is like it's so long that I feel like you can miss a season and still keep watching.
Because one season they're fighting the robots, on the sea against the sea police. Then the next season they're in some island, eating cake with this big ass motherfucker. What happened?
You skipped like 300 episodes though. You didn't skip one season.
The dude can do. He's a little stretchy arm boy. The next time he's metal and be booming whole planets. I'm like, What happened?
Right. I think you skipped more than one season. It seems like you skipped the whole show. Like you from
No.
It's like you went first and final episode. You just watched the final episode.
Literally.
But this doesn't make any sense.
Speaking
But
of
we
anime, Channing, I don't know if you know how heavily they are into it, because if you go look at the questions, it's Dougal on IG said Anime House 6.
Yeah, so we just dropped. Yeah, it definitely is happening. We just dropped Anime House 5 though. They need to give us some time. Give us like 2 minutes. We dropped it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can ask for the next episode. We dropped the 5th one yesterday. But now, it's like one of our biggest series on YouTube is Anime House. We just play like a lot of anime characters, and they all like, it's like a reality show. It does a really amazing. This one did like really amazing. It got 1 million views in 15 hours, and then it's just 2 million views on the second day. So, and it's 35 minutes long, you know, so we're really trying to gear up to make it towards streaming services and stuff, because I don't want to be on social media forever. Just not going to lie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Services.
Yeah. All right. Do we got, what's with the team? So like the entire team, what's your next step? If someone gave you guys a check, blank, like Channing's going to give you guys a blank check, what would you guys do?
I really appreciate that, Channing. Send that over.
Send that over.
We got an LLC, RDC World 1. You just send that over and we'll make you profit. We'll make you profit.
My government name. My name is Thomas. That's my government. He's talking about a different Channing. Channing Tatum.
Well, Channing, Thomas, it don't matter.
Channing Thomas, it doesn't matter.
If you guys, because you guys have done tons of production, you have tons of ideas.
What would you guys do? My bad.
Yeah, what was it? A TV? Would you guys do a TV show? Would you guys do a mini series? Would you guys do a movie? If they're like, hey, this is your moment, let's see what you guys got.
A TV show, but we would also do a movie after that, and then after that, we'd probably do like an animated movie.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We're trying to be all over film. It's like not we're like, I feel like as RDC was building, like I kind of made it prevalent not to ever go one way. Like, don't ever put us in a box like just sports. So we do anime too, we do comedy too, we do video games too. Like, and we made really great videos in each path. So like they never got to box us in to just be like, oh, that's that group that makes only LeBron videos. That's that group that makes only this. Like, a lot of people don't know what to call us because we make so many different videos. So then just call us RDC World. You know.
Yeah.
Somebody who's just listening, where would they find you?
On YouTube, RDC World 1, and it stands for Real Dreams Change the World, and that's what we believe. And to answer the other question about like how we started, that's how we started. We tried to make a manga. It didn't work because we were too young. I was 15, Af was 15 too, I think, or maybe 14. It didn't work out, so we picked up a camera, me and him, and then I made up the name RDC World. And we wanted it to be about dreams and how it changes, you know what I'm saying, dreams, because both of us are really heavy in dreams. So we made it like Real Dreams Change the World. And then we added the rest of our homies in, you know what I'm saying, as the years went by.
Christmas in the house then, huh? You all about dreams.
What's the TV show? What was the TV show? Is it a sketch show? Is it a sitcom? Like what? Like is it an SNL? Is it a Chappelle show? Is it a Key and Peele? Like what is it?
You all just named the same style of show.
No, I didn't. No, bitch, they're all different. Everything. Chappelle's show was different than Key and Peele. It was different than SNL. They all had their own little differences. I wish I had slept.
Well,
wasn't that funny.
I feel like you got to see next year, man. We got something. We got something cooking right now, though.
Okay, that's all you gotta say. You got something cooking.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I was gonna say.
Okay.
If I'm like, I guess I really don't want to make it like a sketch comedy show, to be honest. Like, we did sketch comedy for the internet the whole time, so
yeah.
I think I want to make something about like a storyline, something like some black people going on an adventure. That's what I want to do.
Okay. Can Channing and I be? Can we have cameos? Can I be like the gas station?
Yeah, yes, y'all can have cameos. We have basketball episodes. Y'all can have cameos.
No. We don't need basketball cameos. We need like. Hey,
I'm sorry, I boxed you in, man. My fault.
That's so fun. Yeah.
You got tennis episodes, anything. What y'all need?
No physical activity. We don't need no physical activity.
Oh, no physical. All right,
Listen. Let me
No,
roll
yeah.
up immediately, like, oh shit, Channing, I didn't know you were balling like this.
No. See, I wanted to be the gas station attendant.
Be hitting, dog. You know what I'm saying?
You kind of look like a gas station attendant. I feel like it can work. Like
You know
you walk in there.
I bet that gas station fire, dog. I bet you. Listen.
I know you're on my show, but let's not be that familiar. All right? Let's not be that familiar. You just feel like you could be like, you look like a gas station.
I feel like I know you. Like I've been yelling at Desmond on the video so long. I just feel like we're just all friends and connect well. Like really. So
that's actually kind of cool. He feels like you're all connected.
Yeah, because I like.
No. His expectations of us are not our fault. Okay, that's his expectations of us are not. So I can't help how he feels. I'm here to tell him that that's not appropriate.
Bitches.
Mark, I have a question. Can you have your team of people?
I'm ready to fight him, motherfucker.
Say it one more time. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No, my bad. You got my guys riled up. Since you have your team of people there, can you guys impersonate Richard and Channing right now?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I will leave. No, because see these guys are actual artists.
Little Richard is ready. Yeah. Mini Richard is ready.
I had 10 points. Kevin Jefferson.
He said yeah. Oh, knock your bitch ass out! I'm sorry. Hey,
no, but you understand, I feel that though. Like I feel like if I see you, and I don't know how big you are, but I also feel like you told me you would knock my bitch ass out. So like when I see you and I'm looking down at you like this, like you still think you can knock my bitch ass out? Right? Like so like that's just one thing that I want you to be aware when we do finally connect.
That's true. But look, let me tell you something. We talk about because before we knew y'all used to watch our videos, we used to say we would have to fight our people that we play. So I would have to fight LeBron, and like we're all like we're like 5'10", 5'11". I'm 6. Kevin Love is 6'3". So tell Kevin he do got a pop. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how tall you is, Richard Devin said. I don't play you. Devin plays, so he got to fight you. But hey, if we can't beat y'all and we catch y'all one-on-one, like once, I think we can jump y'all. We probably
You could probably jump us. But yeah,
not like a pack of wild dogs, like African.
Is there an athlete that you have not done yet that you want to do, or that's too hard to do?
What? An athlete that's not done.
You're like, nah, we've been roasting everybody. We've been roasting everybody.
I guess maybe like James Harden. Them like eventually they coming up. I think one day. No, I only did an ad of James Harden. I never really just got to like be in the locker room with James Harden. But I think since they all joined the Nets, like I think it's some stuff there eventually.
That's coming. It's coming. Like the
I'm surprised you haven't done the Super Bowl champs.
We did do Super Bowl, not this year. We did the Super Bowl 17? 18. We did 2018 Super Bowl. But I don't like to like spam the internet with the locker room content because then they feel
like box you in.
Yeah, so we like to like when they expect the video the most. Sometimes we won't make it unless it's basketball because I like really love basketball the most because my nephews they all play basketball. One of them's in the G League. Hopefully he can make it there so we can make fun of him too.
What's his name?
His name is Armani Brooks. He plays on the Rio Grande Vipers right now. He's doing
Armani Brooks.
Armani, Armoni. Armoni,
Armani.
Sorry, I keep asking like I don't hear you. I'm like Almondy.
Hey, no, he a baller though. Tell
Armadillo.
For real, he a shooter for real. He gonna make it.
Okay. Jack, Ahmed Jones. Congratulations, man. We're really excited to watch you play.
Mark, you're awesome. Obviously, as you can tell from this podcast, these guys love you. They talk about you, your crew,
for sure.
Time. You're making an impact. You know that, obviously.
We appreciate it.
Keep doing it.
Yeah. If there's anything else, Channing, Richard, do you have anything else?
No.
Continue to talk about LeBron.
You really made Richard mad.
No. That they just
for the Warriors today, so that's going to be. I'm excited for that content.
Yeah.
What I need you guys to do is I'm calling the Laker game. So I just called the Laker game last night. And I don't know, some people like my humor, some people don't, right? I think most people don't. But I'm gonna be calling the Laker game. So if there's any just
you saying you're gonna be calling it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I just started calling games for ESPN.
Oh, I was gonna say, I never heard you call little games, man. Because I've been watching. Oh, sorry.
Damn. Richard been
Look, I just did it again. I called a Christmas Day. I called 2 Christmas Day games.
We didn't watch on Christmas. We was doing stuff. We was making videos.
What the fuck? He looked like Tory Lanez, but shorter.
Oh, it's all good. What?
Hey,
But still haven't shortened it.
He looked like Tory Lanez, but shorter.
He ain't.
Oh yeah, it is.
Short,
Yeah,
he ain't short, man.
look. This
the person you gotta fight, Richard. You better stop over
That's why I'm glad he's so short. I was like, okay, I can handle that.
Chill out, bro. Chill out. Hey, we gonna let him know when we see him. Yeah. No, we're just playing though, man. I had a great time.
Man, I appreciate you coming on, man. This is awesome, man. We appreciate everything that you're doing for the culture, everything that you're doing just in general, what you're trying to do, how you and your boys together are doing something special, man. That's really dope. Don't take it for granted, because there's going to be years and days. Shoot, me and Channing were on the same team now. We was hanging out every day. Now we live, 1,000 miles apart. So enjoy this time that you guys are having, being creative, man. Cause shut the fuck up. Shut up. Because it goes by fast, man. The shit goes by fast.
Yeah, no, for sure. We don't take none of this for granted. I promise you, never that. Never once. Y'all are funny. Hey, sorry, Allie, we didn't get to answer all the questions. I know you probably wanted us to answer.
I've been doing this 5 years. She know we answer no fucking questions.
Was that funny? And on that's another edition of Road Trippin'.
Hey Road Trippin' fam, we are excited to let you know that Road Trippin' is proud to be presented by FanDuel. Never played NBA Daily Fantasy on FanDuel before? Well, check this out. Right now, FanDuel is offering up to a $500 bonus instantly when you make your first deposit with a 20% deposit match. Why should you play on FanDuel NBA? Well, for one, it is easy to use when it comes to their app. What's not to love about that? But also, for example, they offer different and unique contests across sports in relation to your skill level. Oh yeah, and get this. You can play for big prizes, single game contests for the biggest national matches, and enter contests for as low as 5 cents. That's right. 5 cents. Simply incredible. So again, let's recap. Right now, FanDuel is offering up to a $500 bonus instantly when you make your first deposit with a 20% deposit match. Enter URL fanduel.com/roadtrippin to play now and get your deposit bonus. That's URL fanduel.com/roadtrippin so they know we sent you. FanDuel, more ways to win.